Waldo. The sun was high, 2,000 monkeys screaming in the back of a refrigerated reefer. Wild stink. Willie said they gotta get to the worm farm by dawn. I checked the mirror, saw a chimpanzee wearing my spare head. He grinned. He waved. I shifted gears. Hauling monkeys to the worm farm. Got a cab full of chaos and a trailer full of noise. Heading up the sandy run with a bunch of hairy boys. Monkey business on the highway. Keep the hammer down tonight. Ooh, ooh, keep it moving. Ooh, ooh, watch the road. Savannah, rain was falling. One baboon figured out how to lock the side latch. Chaos, total panic. I saw a tail flapping in the rearview mirror like a flag. I slowed down. I grabbed a banana. He bit my thumb. I yelled, he laughed. The state police just looked the other way. Hauling monkeys to the worm farm. Got a cab full of chaos and a trailer full of noise. Heading up the sandy run with a bunch of hairy boys. Monkey business on the highway. Keep the hammer down tonight. Ooh, ooh, keep it moving. Ooh, ooh, watch the road.
Willie called me on the radio. Said the worms are getting hungry. Said the monkeys are the secret. I don't ask, I just drive, I just sweat, I just pray they don't find the snacks.
Sandy run. Gate was open. Willie stood there with a bucket and a very confused look. Quiet. Finally, the back door swung wide and the trees started shaking. I unhooked. I took the check. I burnt rubber. I left. I ran never hauling primates for a worm man again. Hauling monkeys to the worm farm. Got a cab full of chaos and a trailer full of noise. Heading up the sandy run with a bunch of hairy boys. Monkey business on the highway. Keep the hammer down tonight. Ooh, ooh, keep it moving. Ooh, ooh, dump. I'm out of here. Yeah, that's a big 10-4, Willie. You keep your worms and you keep your monkeys. I'm going back to hauling gravel. Gravel doesn't throw food at the driver. We're gone. Break her out.
All right, it is Sunday, 9 August, 2026. Hey, Cecilia, how you doing? Hope everything's okay. I'm working on some things. Got a lot of stuff going on here. Sorry. I haven't been around. All right. Let's get everything up and rolling, folks. So, making sure everything's all connected up and together. It's been a crazy weekend, that's for sure. Hope everybody's doing fine out there. I'm hanging in there. All right. Looks like that part's good to go. Take the opening banner down. I'll start getting things set up on the other side and get John and the crew going here shortly. Give me another minute or so and I'll have them in here and ready and ticking down. If you're out there, please share the show links, and appreciate each and every one of you that always come to the show in streams, whether it's for talk radio night or music night. If you get a chance, doesn't cost anything to follow or subscribe wherever you're at, and I do appreciate that, and it helps the content grow and go, as some folks would say. Yes, I did steal that from someone. I'm sure someone will probably complain to me about that later on. But hey, it is what it is, and that's how it is. Like to welcome everybody in. It's a Willie night, so we should have Willie coming up later on tonight. And we have John and the crew coming in. It's a Bullhorn Berry night. No, sorry, not a Bullhornberry night. It's a Doc 420 night. That's right. Sundays with Doc 420 in the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. So if you're out there, let's get it going. Looks like it's time for me to take and call them up. So let me give them a call. Hello.
How's it going?
It's going. It's been kind of a rough weekend, but it's going.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's one of
Oh,
those.
that's no good.
Huh?
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah. From flat tires to, just life in general.
Yeah, flat tire's never fun.
No, and,
I mean, it's...
It just sucks.
Yeah. Flat tires, man. We've been there.
I mean...
It's usually a big pain in the butt and at least $100.
Well...
I mean, I do it for
I got
50.
a discount tire, so I think that I can probably, since these aren't even a year old, I should be able to get some sort of, discount on the next group. Or
yeah, if they're less than a year old, they should have some warranty on them, unless you put like 80,000 miles on them.
No. I mean, I'm lucky if I put 1,500 on it in a month. Because I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just an in-town driver, and it, I don't know. I told you guys before, it's real difficult for me to do any kind of travel, any distance, because anytime...
You drive a shitload more than I do, that's for sure. I put 1,500 on in 6 months.
Really? Well, you park it.
Oh, yeah.
You have only one primary vehicle, and it's the one you live out of, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot different.
But it's like every other week I put 60 miles on it, maybe.
Yeah.
It's
to check for mail and pay bills and things like that. I'm sure. Yeah.
Going to town for hookers.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
You can get those
What
to
up,
come
Doc?
out to you nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Uber Eats.
No. It's HorDash.
There you go. Right.
No, HorDash.
Yeah.
That's what they deliver prostitutes.
Uh-huh.
It's a killer business model, really.
I like that.
Yeah,
HorDash. Yeah.
HorDash. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God, dude! I had the worst back pain the other day, and I dug out this bottle of CBD, like nourishing body cream, and I just put a ton of it on my back, and I swear to God, 10 minutes later, it felt so much better. I'd been popping like Advil all day, trying to make it go away. This stuff just did it, man.
But then an hour later, your back was hungry.
Yeah, for some reason you don't know why, but you've got the munchies now.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
CBD is awesome for pain.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've never had anything that does anything, you know what I mean? And that just absolutely, I just felt my back relax, you know what I mean? I could feel it, just all the tension went out of it, and once it relaxed, it didn't hurt anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. That's because that Tylenol just treats the pain, doesn't treat the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I take a CBD every night and a CTC every morning. For my
CTC?
What's
for
CTC?
my it's just another
cannabinoid.
that's in there, and it
Okay.
If I combine the two like that, I get really reduced inflammation from my nerve damage in my hands. It's saved me from having to take actual like over the counter medication for it. It's been great.
Good.
Yeah, it's good to hear.
Hopefully, Trump can get the get them to push through the declassification so they can start doing legitimate medical testing that'll get approved for like actual pain medicines.
Right.
That would be nice to see. Then,
and you know it will instantly, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, Big Pharma's going to need to push something, get their hands in something that people will take. They're not good. Nobody wants to take their medicines anymore. Except
their credibility's shot, and now they got the mRNA flu vax.
Yeah.
With the same symptoms.
Did you want the flu shot? The last time I went into the doctor, which was last week. Do you want the flu shot? I said, hell no. I don't want any of that garbage anymore. Yeah. I don't even want the...
It's amazing it's even legal for them to offer that, you know, let alone the fact that they go out of their way to give it to you, you know, by asking you if you want it. It's almost criminal, man. Well, at this point, it's almost criminal.
It's the Veterans Association, all right?
Right.
Well, the least amount of us that they have to take care of, the less workload they have. Plus the more money the government saves. So that goes into someone's bonuses at the end of the year.
How many codgers do we kill with the flu shot? Going to Tahiti.
When I saw that they put the mRNA vax for flu out and lifted the military ban on. Well, it's not a ban. It was basically they were allowing people to not take vaccines, and then they took that back. Now that you have to take them again.
Yeah, and this flu shot's going to be mandatory for the military.
Yep. I was like, "Oh, are you kidding? Seriously, dude? What are you guys doing?"
They're trying to take out our strongest men.
Yeah, I don't get it, man.
And women.
It almost feels like, it's no wonder people go off the deep end with conspiracy.
I know.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
I honestly believe at some point they're just okay with the deaths, if not encouraging them.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they paid for the COVID ones. You got a bonus.
Yeah.
The amount you got was how they died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them on a ventilator, and we'll pay you an extra, $20,000.
Yeah. Oregon got caught doing that too.
Yeah. Barbarians.
They lost so many of their doctors and healthcare providers here that they just constantly struggle to keep things in each of the hospitals moving great.
They'll just bring in the H-1B visa people who most likely didn't actually go to medical school.
Yeah.
So, they'll replace them.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it'll go. I'll be right back. I gotta take care of this tomorrow.
He'll be right back, y'all.
Yes, that's right. I'll be back. You'll be Beethoven.
Yeah. I haven't got a chance to check out those that Weird Al thing that you sent me.
Weird AI Klankovic.
Klankovic, yeah.
Yeah. It's a full album.
Yeah.
Is it AI or A lowercase L?
No, it's actually it's Weird Al, but it's Weird AI, and then instead of Yankovic, it's Clankervic.
Mm-hmm.
It's an AI Weird Al. So
he's a clanker.
Yeah, exactly. He's a clanker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just an AI Weird Al song or album.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, gosh, Yotivation just sent me a chat. She's like, thank you guys for what you do. You don't know what kind of like difference you're making in the world and yada yada. Very nice.
She's been drinking.
Probably.
Drunk texting.
There you go.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
I mean, you know, I'm sure she means it regardless.
Right. I didn't say what she's been drinking.
Yeah.
We all have to drink. Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
Very true. Oh man, did Barry tell you we got into it on Minds?
Oh,
No.
Tell us.
Yes.
He's kept posting stuff about woke right, and I was like, dude, stop. It's such a stupid thing. I don't understand what you're doing. You're not helping anything. Stop it.
Right.
And like he went back and forth with me, and I'm like, yeah, dude, no, just this woke right thing is dumb. You need to stop it.
Yeah.
Did you hear Wednesday's show?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you need to then.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Was he going off about the woke right?
Yeah, he
He needs to stop talking to chatbots. That's just bottom line.
he was talking. Actually, John was having some issues with the rain and weather, and it knocked him off for like a whole segment. All right.
Okay.
And Barry just went off about the definition of woke right, and I just let him go because it was good filler. You know.
Yeah. There you go.
You know.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Yeah. Views and opinions expressed by the guests do not, do not reflect the.
Not the stations, the producer, or anybody else.
Like I love Barry. I think he's a great guy. And I don't have any problem with him. I just the woke right thing. If somebody hears it and has no idea what's going on in the world and searches it online, what's going to come up is James Lindsay and his nonsense about how Tucker Carlson and all these people are terrible human beings and like they're spiritual leftists and Marxists and all this stuff. And that's what comes up. And I kept trying to tell Barry, like, that's what people think of when you say this stuff. It doesn't matter what you define it as. So, an academic who's popular in the zeitgeist spent a year and a half of his life defining this term and inventing it. Like, you're not going to be able to redefine it. Like, I was just like, man, stop. He's been going at it on Twitter and on Minds for like 2 or 3 weeks at least. And I was like, just stop, bro. Like it's not going where you think it's going.
Did you guys see the story out of the UK? We'll obviously cover it tonight, but it just blows my mind. This guy buys a baseball bat from a sporting goods store, and he's walking down the street with it to get it home, and he gets arrested.
It's more than he gets arrested. This guy is trying to tackle him, but never even thinks to take the bat out of the gentleman's hands. You know, he claimed he had a weapon, but he didn't disarm him at all. He's just like bear hugging him, trying to bring him down.
And if he's so dangerous, you think he'd hit the cop on the head with said bat, you know?
Right. If he was wielding a weapon, he would have used it.
Yeah.
But it's still in the package, and everyone is screaming. They're like, "You're an idiot! It's still in the plastic. He just bought it." You know, and when the reinforcement showed up, they didn't want to hear it either. I mean, eventually they put the guy in the back of a little van for buying a baseball bat. You know, and the way he was holding it, it wasn't
for sale.
Like he was going to hit anybody. Yeah, he bought it from the shops that he was in front of. You walk out of the store, walk out of a sporting goods store, and you get tackled because you bought a bat. Yeah.
Well, all I know is if he would have
Unbelievable.
bought a cricket bat instead of a baseball bat, he probably would have been fine.
Probably.
I'm just saying.
Mm.
But no, I did see that's wild. The UK is functionally lost at this point.
Yeah. We thought we were Clown World. We are nowhere near Clown World.
Yeah.
No, California is trying.
Yeah, but
With-
it's still not there yet.
No.
And now they have little Andy Burnham, the little boy, Andrew, little Andy, little Andy Burnham. He's a very simple boy.
I may not be a smart man, but I
Yeah.
know that Paramount should not be buying other
Exactly.
companies.
Yeah, that Burnham character, he's wild. He's going to end up forcing the labor to have to do an election, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's not. They hate him. Everywhere he goes, he's getting booed. Like a lot of people are getting booed nowadays.
Yeah.
Mom Dami got a taste of it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, he did. I do like
And-
that you have to have an ID to shop at the city-owned grocery store. But
No.
people
You
for
just need a
voting is
card.
racist. Oh, a
You
card.
just need a card. Yeah,
Oh.
like a library card.
Well, how will you get that
Which
library card?
You'll have to show ID.
Okay.
I heard that they pulled that part off the website after everybody started pointing it out.
Right.
I mean, it's probably still going to be a requirement, but I heard that
Oh,
they
it
pulled
has
it
to
off
be.
the website. Oh yeah, because
Yeah, it
there's
has
no
to be.
way
I
you can
mean-
do it.
And they got to track what you buy, and if you're buying too much stuff, they got to be able to flag you. Be like,
Right.
sir, you bought 9 dozen eggs yesterday for the
Basically,
low price of $1.25.
Right. I eat a lot of
Yeah.
frittatas.
it'll be a great experiment for the folks who want to put everybody on UBI and fluctuate prices based
Oh,
on
yeah.
Well-
your score.
The thing is, if they took that budget and just put everybody on UBI, or you know what I mean, or gave them, SNAP benefits or whatever,
Right.
it just is so much more efficient. If you do it that way, it's 10 times more efficient than trying to own the grocery store and run it and all the
Yeah.
crap.
But, when you're a
Oh, pardon
communist,
me.
you got to do things the commie way.
Mhm.
So,
Of course, yes. You just have to seize
Control
those
the
means of production.
that's right.
Absolutely.
Seize the memes of production.
Oh, he's going to be a disaster. He's already not popular. Like, he got elected because of how screwed up the politics in New York is. He didn't get elected.
And the possible voter fraud,
Well, yeah, that was
Yeah.
a lot of fraud. But
allegedly.
he's not this. Like, he's not really that well liked by the majority of New Yorkers. The majority of New Yorkers think he's going to destroy the city.
Do they though? I mean, if he had to run for election tomorrow again, would he win again?
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's the same because the same people are counting the ballots.
Yeah,
I
and they
don't-
still haven't
I-
passed the Save America Act.
Yeah, there's also a whole bunch of the way that the districts are framed up in that city. The Republicans are pretty much the way that
Like
the districts are
sprinkled
framed
so,
like the
up,
right,
in that city. The Republicans are pretty much the way that like districts are framed
so, like, the
up
right.
in that city.
I've heard
The
statistics about
Republicans
New
are
York
pretty
that,
much
so few people
so
vote
like
'cause
the
it's
way
so
that the
one-sided.
districts
Actually,
are framed
every
like the
right,
Republican
in
came
that
out
city.
and said I've heard
They-
statistics
they-
they would win like by a landslide every time, just because so
could.
few people actually vote. You know,
Yeah.
obviously the Democrats would start
Right.
coming out in bigger numbers after that, so it wouldn't last forever. But
Right. But they
Well,
want to
it's
make
how-
everyone think you have no chance. So, why vote?
Well, it's how
Yeah.
Giuliani kept getting reelected. He energized what Republican base was in New York. There wasn't much, but what was there came out and voted for him
Yeah.
at like a 90% rate. That's why he was
Yeah.
so successful.
exactly, you can get 80% of those guys to vote for you. You're in. You're gonna win.
No, and it's I mean, Adams, for as terrible as he was as a human being, like corruption wise, he ran New York City fairly well. like he was not a Mandani type. He was much more of a corporatist,
Right.
much more like Bloomberg and those type. Like he ran the city well, at least. The unions got paid, work continued, money was made. The stuff that Mamdani's doing is not going to allow that stuff to continue. Like people are just going to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the exodus is happening really quick. Now it's like on level 10,
Oh, and it's I can't go a day without seeing a news story about another company leaving either Washington or Oregon.
Yeah. Or Illinois.
Or California.
New York.
Yeah. Oh, I get a lot of local stories here,
Oh.
like smaller companies that are not they're regional companies. They're like moving their entire corporate structure to another state.
Mhm.
Like bunches of them. It's wild.
In Wisconsin, man, if this Hong lady gets in, boy, I would up and leave immediately.
Yeah, she's crazy.
I mean,
Allegedly.
she's going to try to confiscate your, Fortune 500 company, which is never
Yeah.
going to happen. It's totally illegal. But, and I'll tell you the thing about capitalism, socialism, okay, the people own the business, right? Well, what is capitalism, man? You got shareholders. You got all these 401ks. Anybody who's got,
Right.
401k owns part of the company. It's not like it's all just a handful of super wealthy people. It's
Well,
like everybody's got
they'll
some
say-
kind of mutual fund or something.
They'll say because you can vote, you're a shareholder.
Mm-hmm. Well, sort of.
That's what they'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
we
you
all
can
know
if you're
that
a direct shareholder.
well, yeah, if you have an actual direct, yeah. But I mean, when you're talking about communism, when the state actually owns production, it's not actually the state. It's a bunch of cronies and their buddies who own everything and control everything, and everybody else is
Yeah.
a slave.
Right.
That's how.
Oh
it
yeah,
ends up
no.
working.
It's all these
I know where
tiers
the
of capitalism
system
they want to
is.
talk about.
Yeah, and the worst part of it is how they can just buy the government. I mean, you can send $100,000 to a senator and you get 10 million back. And
Mhm.
benefits and preferential treatments and whatever else.
Yep. That's where I really feel like America went wrong is
Come on, Blue, stop it.
the federal banking situation, the Federal Reserve, the fractional reserve banking, like that whole concept really led us down a path of being able to rig the system in your favor. Like, I mean, there was always cheaters before. Like, there's always cheaters. That's going to be a thing. But like, once you have the ability to buy politicians and tell them to print money and give it to you, you can pretty much just keep buying everything else.
Mhm.
But
Hmm. Yeah, it's a broken system. But anyway, David Hogg, we always appreciate you coming by.
You say that, but I never see a check.
Well, I bring it up now so we still have a few minutes left to talk about how much
Oh.
we appreciate you coming in. I'm always saying at the last
Okay.
second,
Okay.
But I
all
talked
right.
to Willie the other
As you're
day, and he
kicking
was
me out,
asking
yeah.
about you.
Yeah?
Well, I was talking to Willie the other day. He asked about you, and I said, you always come in for the pre-show. So I told him if he wants to, just pop in and say hi, you'll find him.
Right. He has my number.
Yeah, and he said, well, I've got his number, so I can just
Yeah.
call him anytime.
Yeah.
I said, oh,
Or text me.
but David Hogg never given me his number. I wouldn't know
No,
anything about
you
that.
got my number a long time ago. If you
Mm.
forgot it or whatever, that's on you, man.
Okay. I wonder if I have you on my phone. That's funny.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I'm ordering a pizza to your house. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, good luck. We live pretty far out.
you have
Yeah,
to get
it's
an Uber
just,
driver to deliver it.
Yeah, and by the time
they
it's there, it's cold.
jack an extra fee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Yeah, I actually ordered from Uber Eats last week for the first time in my life. and I got a Little Caesars pizza delivered here, and it started off 30 miles away.
Right.
And I was like, damn, that's a 60-mile round trip if I wanted to go in and get this myself. And it actually paid, it was way cheaper to have them drive it out here than to have me go in and get it and pay for the gas.
Uh-huh. I'm sure their car's a little more efficient, but there's also the wear and tear on that guy's vehicle. I mean, this whole gig economy, they are just fleecing their workers. Yeah. Yeah, they get paid, but their expenses they're not really tracking.
Oh, they're basically taking equity out of their vehicle.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
And trading it for short-term cash, yeah.
Right, and the cash they're getting is nowhere near what they're losing.
Exactly. That's the rub.
Yep.
I mean, I think it was like $15 to have them come up here when all was said and done. You know what I mean? That
include a tip?
Yeah.
Because you got to tip
for
them.
the tip, and there was a $10 delivery fee that was waived because I'd never used it before.
Oh. Okay, well, it's not that bad then. But when you use it next time, there's that $10 fee.
Yeah, the first 30 days, they're trying to get me to pay up for the thing where I pay $10 a month for it, and then I don't have to pay those fees.
Okay. Well, it's only if you use it a lot.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna use it.
And of course, you can now split your meal into 4 easy payments.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad when you finance a burrito.
Yeah,
I get
the burrito
free.
Didn't cost $20.
I get a free delivery card in the mail for Uber Eats once a month because I'm part of a cigar program. I could send that to you if it helps.
Oh, I don't know. I don't really care to. I was just curious because I'd never done it, and I just wanted to see what the whole experience was.
Yeah.
And I was kind of low on groceries, and a large pepperoni pizza, was the like super extra pepperoni.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so you're staying at a place with an address right now, then? Because normally you don't have an address. Okay.
Yeah. No, and it also just pinpoints where you're at. You know what I mean? It just kind of drops the GPS on top of you.
Okay.
Which I think they. Yeah. Anyway, I just sent them a note. I'm at this exact spot. Right.
There you go.
Guy
with the dog.
Finding it. Yeah. It was no time. But yeah, no, I just never used that before, so it was kind of interesting to give it a shot. I mean, I've ordered 1 million pizzas delivered to my house in my life. You know what I mean?
But just not do
ordering
that service.
a pizza for delivery. Yeah, just never through Uber. And now I don't even think like Domino's is in there.
Right.
Like they don't even have drivers anymore. I don't think.
No, they don't. They just use that service.
Yeah, which is wild.
Yep.
Isn't there it's Uber Eats, DoorDash, and isn't there a third one?
Favor or Post Notes or
Chime comes to mind.
Chime? No, Chime's a bank, I think. Or I don't know. They might deliver too.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Okay, I could be
the third one is non-existent, and it's only in major cities. It's not like the other ones. But then you have like New York or San Francisco. They have the robot delivery guys. Those are funny.
Yeah,
they're always getting messed with by the homeless people.
I bet
the videos for those are funny
because they know there's food in there. Yeah.
Yep. Or they'll just kick them over because they're robots, and they're like, "We don't like robots here." Kick.
Yep. Pretty much. Yeah. Clanker.
All right, guys. Let's switch rooms.
Yep.
All right.
See you, Dave.
Don't press that button. That's the flat Earth button.
Ranch dressing. Anyways, that was the pre-show for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Coming up will be the show. Let's get this going. I'll get them up and running hot on the radio side.
All right.
All right.
Okay then. And here we go again. La 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 la. You ready, Doc?
Always. Always.
Good. Good.
Come on, dog. Get in here.
30
before we start.
seconds,
Come on.
fellas.
Where's it go?
Do you have to pee or anything?
No.
Too
No.
late.
I'll wait till the countdown.
Oh, that's what you do. Yes.
Yeah, I just wait till the countdown and let her go.
All right, here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you're live and on the radio side for the very first time tonight, right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for August 9th. Yeah, August 9th, 2026. And boy, do we have a show for you tonight. With me tonight, I've got Doc Tor in the house, Dr. 420 with an E. What's going on, Doc?
Not too much on the Pacific Northwest coast. Everybody's just enjoying the break from the heat and smoke. It was kind of a very lazy Sunday in this part of the world.
Spokane just kind of went up in flames the other day.
Yeah, it's looking like a combination of bad weather conditions and arson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Red flag warnings. I think it was even elevated above a red flag warning, if I'm not mistaken. It was like really under like 5% humidity and just no rain in a month and a half, and just all those conditions coming together. And man, I don't know, man. The forests are very dangerous when they get dry like that. When it gets real hot and dry and windy, it gets really dangerous. And then you get a arsonist out there with a book of matches, and suddenly, boom, it goes up in flames, and all you can say is Allahu Akbar.
It doesn't take much when the conditions are that bad. There has been this persistent issue, especially in the Pacific Northwest, with these arson bugs going out there and starting these fires. A lot of homeless fires as well. And then you sprinkle in a bunch of mismanagement of the forests, and you create a very deadly, dangerous fire season. And it seems very intentional. It seems very intentional to me.
It does. Well, hey, we can save money on the budget by not really addressing this. And then if anything happens, you just blame global warming.
Exactly.
I mean, they did that in LA when, it was determined. You saw the videos out there where they were cleaning up after a fire in like late December, and they found some ridge with, stuff still burning on it. And their orders were to just let it go. Don't worry about it. Obviously, that's an expense to go up there with all that water and try to put that out. So they just said, don't worry about it. And then poof, the high Santa Ana winds come in. And the rest is history, half the damn city burns down. Well, Not half, but the good half.
Yeah. And, of course, we have the situation of Maui, a bunch of neglect there as well, with taking care of the brush and making sure the water system was hooked up properly. And we had similar situations all throughout the West. California had a bunch of those all up and down the coast. It's really, really sad that the Democratic Party has been taken so down, so low that they won't even take care of the forest. It's like they've lost all concept of living in the real world, especially on the West Coast.
Yeah. And I'm skipping around a little bit because I didn't intend to open with this, but I have a story here about Lake Mead and how it's getting to really dangerous levels. It's about 30 feet above the level where the dam will work, right? And it dropped 30 feet in the last year. So if this trend continues for one more year, then suddenly all the electricity that's coming out of the Hoover Dam just goes away. We can't run the Hoover Dam. So Vegas, not only do you not get water, but you're not going to get electricity in the middle of a sweltering summer, which will make Las Vegas a really interesting place to try to live, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, back in the day, at least you had a swamp cooler. Now they're going to be like searching online on how to make a homemade swamp cooler.
Yeah. Well,
Which-
I mean, the reality of that kind of situation is, I believe most of the reason that's down is because of mismanagement as well, up north in Colorado. From my understanding, I may be wrong, but from my understanding is that they sold off and diverted a bunch of water, and it doesn't actually make it down to where it's supposed to, and that they've done a bunch of mismanagement with the water system out west that is always stressed when there's drought, and they've been in a drought period for like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. In Colorado, it like rains every day. You know what I mean? At least like up in the mountains, you get a massive downpour every afternoon. And it's kind of like taken for granted up there. They don't see, if you're living in like a Telluride or something, you don't necessarily see any lack of water. It doesn't feel like you're anywhere near a drought when they can be, you know, several 100 miles downriver.
Right.
So yeah, I remember, one of my buddies was working as a bartender, and he turned on some water, and he was going to wash some dishes or whatever. So he starts filling up the sink behind him, and he kind of lets it run, and it's overflowing a little bit because he's busy and he doesn't really care. And some lady from California started yelling at him about wasting water, and I could see his eye kind of twitching a little bit, you know, like, lady, back off.
Yeah.
You're in a drought in California. We're not in a drought here, so don't bring your problems up to me.
Well, yeah, but unfortunately, the way that we water that place is siphoning off water from everywhere else. Unfortunately, they don't use desalinization.
But one of the things I see so clearly is this being sort of a metaphor for the national debt, and that at some point you're going to hit a real problem when you can't run, you know, the dam anymore, the Hoover Dam. That's going to be a real problem, right? And yet it's on the horizon. We can see it a year out, and yet no one really cares. And California is screaming bloody murder about this new water deal that, and Nevada is screaming about it as well, that Trump is trying to put in place, because it's going to cost them. They're not going to be able to give, you go to Vegas and you take a shower, and you sit in the pool all afternoon and come back and take a 45-minute shower, right, at your 5-star hotel, and nobody says boo and nobody cares, and it's just a thing, and you don't ever, think that, boy, I just wasted all that water out in the desert here, because you're from New Hampshire or whatever. It's just not a thing that you think about, wasting water. I mean, and I lived in Michigan at one point in my life. There's more water there than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah.
When you're looking at it from Chicago over Lake Michigan, that's just a massive freshwater lake as far as the eye can see. So yeah, but I mean, they'll have to put things in place like, hey, if you're going to Vegas, you get a 10-minute shower once a day, things like that. So your hotel room controls that and makes it harder for people to waste water. If you've got a green yard there, the golf courses are ridiculous. They spend so much water keeping the golf courses growing, and for what? So people can come out and spend $300 for a round of golf, and they're happy to do it.
Yeah,
But
but like you said, with the debt, it's the same thing. Like we keep, where we spend money on this thing and spend money on that thing and spend money over here and spend money over there. Oh, we're out of bombs. We need some more bombs. Got to up that military budget. Oh, Social Security's going insolvent. We're going to have to print some more money for that. Like, it's the same circumstance. At some point, you run out of the ability to do that, just like the water eventually runs out at some point.
Exactly. And there's just no way around it. You can't. You have to address it head on, or it's going to take you out. And that's kind of what's happening with the water situation in the Southwest and the high deserts out here. Yeah. But it's the same thing that's happening with our national debt as well. I mean, if we don't address it, it's going to fall apart one day. And suddenly, our 30-year bonds are pushing 5% right now. What if they're at 20%? You're in
Yeah.
big trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in big trouble. If interest rates ever spike like they did back in the 70s and, early 80s, this country's done. It's Russia all over again, or the USSR all over again. It'll just fail and break up into a bunch of smaller states because it can't work the way it's working.
Yeah.
And people will celebrate it. So many people out there will celebrate it. But it's not inevitable that we survive this 40 trillion in debt that we have. It's the biggest threat to our country, other than possibly the woke idiots out there and this whole DSA thing. But
I don't you think they're a symptom of that debt? I mean, I do. I think that the woke mind virus, the entire idea of socialism is a byproduct of a system that's not working. If the system was working, I don't think they would have any momentum. In fact, that's why the communists switched to go into race communism here in America, because under a real capitalist system, anybody can make it. And so they couldn't do the whole class warfare thing. They had to switch to race. I mean, that's what they wrote about in the 70s.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, a lot of people, it sucks here. It's brutal. It's very hard to buy your first house. It was much, much easier for our parents and their parents, to do everything, to go to college and not come out with $250,000 in debt. That was unthinkable 50 years ago. You know what I mean? You would have to be a doctorate from Harvard with like 8 degrees to have $250,000 in debt, right? You'd have to spend a decade just churning out one PhD after another.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you'd probably be able to pay it off with no problem because you've got 12 PhDs from Harvard.
Well, at some point back in the old system, before the government backstopped every loan, at some point people would stop giving you money to go to school.
Yeah. Hey, man, you're in way too much debt. This doesn't make sense for our bank anymore, let alone for you. Right?
Yeah. It was only the super wealthy that could do that because they had money to just, from their parents to just keep sending them to school for whatever they were doing. It wasn't the average person. I mean, when you had to pay for college either through scholarship or you had to work your way through college, it was less expensive, but also only the best people went of every class because only those people could afford to do that.
Yeah, and only the people that really needed to go to college to be able to get a career that they were, like you say, intelligent enough to do. The world realized that the vast majority of the people that are out there don't need college degrees,
Right.
And it's just a thing that today everybody has to have a college degree, and they really don't need it. A lot of people that are getting them just don't need it. They'll never use it. And the only time it'll come in handy for them is when there's possibly a promotion or something to be had, and they get maybe in front of the line because they, do have it and someone else doesn't. But for the most part, it's great if you need to be an engineer or, if you want to put rocket ships on the moon, for sure you need it. But, if you're going to work in construction, you don't need a degree in Russian literature, right?
Yeah. It's overproduction of elites is I think what the theory or whatever behind, when you have too many people going to college and not enough real college jobs, it creates a class of people that feel unsatisfied with the system, which then they gravitate towards socialism as well. It's a compounding factor to the whole monetary situation behind it.
Exactly. They go to college and they think, I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to make a really good living. I'm going to be able to drive a BMW or whatever. I'm going to have it all. And then you realize that, even if you have a decent job making 60, 70 grand a year, it doesn't even come close to covering the lifestyle that you thought you'd be approaching at that income level,
Correct.
Because they take out so much taxes. And like Joe Rogan said the other day, they want all these taxes, 85% after, $500,000 or something. They're going to take it up to 90%, and really just make it so that if you make a lot of money, there's no point because the government gets the vast majority of it. Like Ronald Reagan used to talk about in the 50s, you know, when we had a massive 100+% of GDP debt coming out of World War II, they implemented, you know, 90% tax rates on the highest earners after a certain point, and they just stopped working. You know, he was an actor living out in Hollywood, and they're like, hey, you want to do this new movie? We're going to start shooting in September. We'll be done in November. And he's like, dude, I've already made my nut for the year. Like there's no point in doing that because I'll only keep 10% of what I make. Like, you know, pay me $100,000. Great. I walk home with 10. Like, I'd rather just hang out on the beach and surf.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
And that's the incentive that I mean, that's the high level end of it, but you incentivize that all the way down the line. What incentive is for there's somebody to get off of food stamps and welfare if the job that they're going to get is going to be the same lifestyle? What incentive do they have?
And it's not even that. In a lot of cases, they get less money when they get off welfare. I mean, at the end of the day, their take home.
In some days, yeah.
Yeah, and you got to suddenly start paying for your own health insurance and all this stuff, and it just adds up. If you don't come off welfare making $70,000-$80,000 a year, you might as well just stay on welfare.
Yeah,
is kind of the way it works, you know, or at least keep your income to a low enough level that you still qualify for everything and have a simplified lifestyle, I guess. But you know, it's the trap they make.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is, and there's so many people trapped in these little bubbles because of the way that it's a debt-based monetary system, and everybody gets trapped in their little debt bubble, and it makes it hard for people to take adventures with their money. And I don't mean vacation; I mean like start a business out of their garage, or you know something. That they weren't thinking about doing, like buying an additional vehicle to maybe do some gig work on the side, or whatever it is, like expand their piece of the pie. You don't give them any room to do that when you squeeze people so tightly into these debt bubbles.
I know at least a dozen people. Most of them are retired, and you could offer them up a fantastic business opportunity tomorrow and they'd all say no, because if they make one penny, it just comes out of their benefits. And what's the point?
Yep.
Right. Like I could lose it all. I could lose all my benefits if I started making money. So I'm not going to rock that boat, but it happens. But anyway, let's transition here, and I want to spin a little bit of a yarn, so bear with me. The WNBA has been in some rocky waters lately. Rocky waters. Sophie Cunningham, she's part of the, the Indiana Pacers, I think it is, the team with Caitlin Clark. And she's her own little machine too. She's hitting the three-pointer. She's out there scoring and really making a name for herself. And lovely young lady. I mean, beautiful blonde hair, halfway down her back. And, I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. Let's just put it that way. But she was asked about a week and a half back whether or not transgender women should be allowed to play in the WNBA and sports in general. And she said, I have no hate in my heart, but I don't think so, because, we really want to keep this for women. We want a safe environment where they can, be women. That's why women's sports exist, kind of thing. She didn't go into too much detail, but she answered it straightforward from a loving place. She was not trying to be mean about it. She just was asked and she answered. But, the woke world that we live in, that's not good enough. And so we're having issues. There's been a few different demonstrations that have occurred outside her games where her fans will come out there and say, thank you, Sophie, for protecting women, girls' sports. And there'll be predominantly young women that are at these demonstrations. And of course, the WNBA hates this to death. So when we saw this occur last week, two girls were sitting courtside with the XXXY shirt on, and the owner of one of the teams, I think it was the Seattle team, came over to them and started berating them. Another grown man told them to get out of here, F you, and get out, and you're not welcome here. It's an adult yelling at two 15-year-old girls to get out and you're not welcome here, This insanity is really driving a lot of hatred in the sport. Now, the other night, Sophie got clotheslined by an opponent. And I mean, she was running full speed, went to do a layup, and this lady shot her arm out, grabbed her by the neck, and just dropped her to the floor. Followed through and everything. I mean, they called it a flagrant, level 2 premeditated event. That got her evicted from the game, and rightly so. It was one of the most brazen fouls I'd ever seen. If that happened in the NBA, there would have been insane fines, all up and down. Everybody would be talking about it for days. And so, in solidarity with Sophie Cunningham, over the weekend, we've had several professional basketball players come out and say, I'm going for it, man. I'm doing it. I'm declaring that I am on the table. I am eligible for the WNBA draft. We had Ennis Freedom Cantor. Ennis Cantor. I think Freedom is in there somewhere too. He's 6'10", professional basketball player for years. Recently retired, if I'm not mistaken. Another former NBA player, Royce White, came out and said, I identify as a woman when I play basketball, so I would like to be, declare that I'm eligible for the WNBA draft. There's this transgender player in France who said, an actual transgender player who thinks he's a girl, who said, I'd love to play the WNBA. Give me a call. I'm there. I'll be there the next day. And even one other dude, I don't have his name in front of me, came out and declared. So now we've got like a half a dozen or so NBA players who are either retired or in some other form of inactivity that are declaring that they're eligible and have an interest in playing for the WNBA. And of course, for us on the right, this is just funny. It's very humorous and we get a kick out of it, but it's also sending a message to the WNBA upper, echelon that you guys have to do something here. And they declared this week that they're going to have a meeting, a gathering of the officials from the WNBA to define what is a woman. And sometime this week, they're going to come out, hopefully, with their statement. This is what a woman is. In other words, the WNBA, the first letter in the WNBA, they don't know what it means. And they need to have a meeting to find out what the word woman means. And there were a lot of comments on here. One was from Matt Walsh, who said, boy, I wish somebody would make a movie about this. It sounds very interesting. And so I don't know, Doc, do you think you're going to come out and have any sort of a sane, rational, or are they just going to come out and say, man, nobody knows. We've got all the lawyers, the doctors in here, everybody, nobody can decide what it is. We just don't know what a woman is. So we'll take anybody. We're going to have to draft these men.
The issue is going to come down to whether or not they feel like they have enough political space to say, no, this is for genetic females only. If they have the space to say that go with what the Olympics did, if they use the that as the template, then I think they'll be okay and it won't hurt their image too much on either side. But I don't know if they have enough political room to do that. I mean, the majority of their fans are hardcore leftists, and I don't know that they have the political room to do that. But if they don't, then any team who doesn't draft one of these men is just not trying to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in a rock and a hard place here.
What is it? Clay Travis, Buck and Travis is the daytime show. Clay Travis is announcing that he is looking to purchase the next expansion WNBA team, and he said he was going to stock it 100% with retired NBA players, men, right? And put wigs on them. They're all going to play with wigs.
Yeah, there was a movie about this. I think I believe it was called Joanna Man.
Okay.
And, you should watch this. It's quite hilarious. It was foretelling the future. It was a really cheesy comedy back in the day. Very funny if you like sports comedies. But this is wild. I mean, look, at some point this line had to be drawn. If they don't do it, there will be somebody, a owner in this league who wants to win bad enough, who will bring a trans player on, and someone will get hurt. Just like we've seen in the college ranks, just like we've seen in high school. That's what always happens. A man starts participating in women's sport and a woman gets hurt. If you want to protect women, you know.
Yeah, the flagrant foul on Sophie Cunningham with the clothesline to the neck was a perfect example of that. If that had been an Ennis Cantor, you know, at 6'10", 250 pounds, who did clothesline her like that, she would have probably hit her head so hard on the ground she'd have been out for the count, you know.
Like she could have broken her neck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it'd be a whole nother game. And so, and as much as you picture him just walking down the court, basically, he's getting anywhere in the paint, raising his ball as far above his head as he can, and just doing a little, like, if he can hit from the paint at 80%, he's going to, outscore anyone in the league all day long, every day.
Yeah. We've had this battle of the sexes in the 70s between athletes. Didn't one of the famous tennis players from the 60s, after he was retired and he just sat around and smoked all day, didn't he beat the best female tennis player? Navratilova? Yeah. I mean, we've done this before already, folks. I don't understand why the WNBA just says, no. This is a biological female league only. We just support our trans sisters. That's all they would have to say, and it's over and done with. But they like the attention, I think.
And if you're going to transition, it's just, it's a small price to pay. For changing your life and everything about it, you're going to have to give up sports. Or at least go back and go with the men. You're welcome there forever. But if you want to, transition to a woman, the one sacrifice you're going to have to make is you can't play sports with women. I don't think it's a whole big thing to ask. You just got to keep it fair, man. Yeah. And if you're like, again,
it seems like to me, if you're really about sports, if you're a sports fan, it should be about the fairness of the sport, and men competing against women in a non-mixed league is going to end in the detriment to every other team. And that's going to force every other team to put a man on their team. And then you're just going to it's going to be mixed NBA instead of women's NBA. If you really want to protect sports, the integrity of women's sports and women, you have to exclude biological males from participating. You have to. But, ideological people don't really care about sports, unfortunately.
Yeah. And they don't care about the women either. In this case, they just don't. No. Because, to see these girls in high school sports that are literally, they're training forever. They're getting to the top of the podium. And then they're getting knocked down a peg or two because a transgender male came in and competed with the women. And, now all that hard work, all those days of practices is all for nothing. If you finish, you were going to finish second, now you're fourth. Guess what? Fourth doesn't get a scholarship. Only first, second, and third get that full paid scholarship that you need to go to college. Exactly. And so you just got screwed out of it,
Taking money out of your pocket too with the college NIL deals. You get paid to be an athlete now. And so you're taking money and education out of women's hands by letting men compete in women's sports.
Big time. And it's big money nowadays too. Yeah. These college kids in football, at least, that's another thing we could touch on for a minute or two. Trump is talking about how this needs to be finalized and fixed and put into some sort of a system that makes sense, because as far as I'm hearing it today, people are like putting off going to pro to play an extra fifth year in college because the money's right there in hand,
Yeah, there's guys retiring at like 26 years old. They get into the NFL after making a bunch of money in college and realize that it's actually a job when you get to the NFL. And they're like, yeah, I don't want to do this. I'm already rich. I'm good. And they retire after like 2 years. So, yeah, it's an actual issue. And then you have like 28-year-olds still playing college football, and they've been on football teams for like 7 years. Like, what is that? That's not college. You're just running semi-pro football at this point. It's not even college. Like I am in favor of the 5-year hard limit. Like you get 5 years of eligibility, and that's it. You can pay them, you can do all the other stuff, but you get 5 years of eligibility. That's it. I'm down with that, but I don't know. I don't like the government doing things. The NCAA should be able to do this on their own, but the colleges hold all the power. So, unfortunately, I think it's going to have to come from the government. Unfortunately.
Yeah, but it just seems like it's not in a stable place right now, and it just someone needs to step up and say, "Yo, man, let's fix this system so it makes sense that the kids aren't going to get used like they used to." I mean, I felt before that it was really unfair that you could be literally in a position where you're generating millions and millions of dollars of revenue for the university and seeing none of it. To now, here's the red carpet. They used to talk about how, they try to slip them a car on the side or whatever. And now it's like right out in the open, here's 10 cars, which of course you want to drive to work today or practice.
Yeah. You got to have an agent when you graduate high school and make sure your agent takes all the phone calls. And they turned it into a straight up professional league instead of collegiate sports. And I think you're right. Something should be done about it. I think that setting a hard limit of 5 years would go a long way to fixing some of the problems.
Yeah, and I don't know, capping it or something. It's great you make money, but like anything, I don't know. I don't want to even get into that business either. It's who am I to say how much somebody can make? What am I, a Democrat socialist?
It's hard not to when you see how wonky the system is with the college football, the way their pay is and everything. When you see how wonky it is and how there's no loyalty and kids can transfer every year for more money, like it does not feel like college football anymore. It feels like pro football.
Yeah. Well, anyways, in other news, Elon Musk has announced that he's going to be building the biggest building in the world down in Texas. 100 million square feet. Okay? 100 million square feet. The Mall of America is 5.6 million. Right? The Apple Park is 2.8 million. The Pentagon is 6.6 million. And then the Giga Texas factory is 10 million, which is the only one that even compares to 100 million. It is massive, folks. I'm looking at a graphic of this thing right now with all those buildings laid out next to it. The Pentagon is like the lobby of this building.
That's wild.
Unbelievable. And he's going to make all these different products, the components, electronic components to Tesla and SpaceX and everything that they need, the chips and all that, so that it's all consolidated under his roof, so to speak, and that he has that supply chain dialed in from top to bottom, which is great. Now, where is California in all this? I mean, they pushed him out. He's gone. And, Spencer Pratt's on here talking about this, saying, don't let communists ruin your state, folks. They'll drive the most ambitious and determined industrialists in the world to go build an empire in friggin' Texas. Our good weather isn't enough to rely on anymore.
He ain't wrong.
No. But that's a big deal, man. 100 million square foot building. I just can't even.
Yeah, it's the kind of projects we used to have our moneyed elite, our capitalist elite. This is the kind of stuff they used to do. They like all of them. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Vanderbilt, all of these guys built huge buildings and they built all of this cool stuff. And some of it was for making money. Some of it was just to build. But either way, they're doing something with their money. They're just not hoarding it and stashing it off in an island somewhere in the Caribbean. Like, that's what I love about Elon. I don't always agree with his politics or his view on technology, but I certainly think that he is a good force in the world for growth and economic activity. And he's a true American, like, as far as that goes. Like, he really is all about making sure that humanity goes forward and not just gets stagnant and dies off. And I think that's a motivation that not a lot of other rich folks have.
Yeah. And, they talk about, hey, we could confiscate, the money from no one needs to be a trillionaire, right? Nobody needs to do that. No, he doesn't need to be a trillionaire, but the fact that he's worth 800 million allows him to do things like this, you know,
Yes.
and not even like bat an eye at it. I think this cost 30 million or 30 billion or something like that was the budget for this project, which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he paid the, it's about 2/3 of what he paid for Twitter. But look what he's getting in return, 100 million square foot factory to build the future. And how many jobs are going to come out of that? So, I mean, you take Elon Musk's money away, great. Now we can fund the government for 2 months, maybe
If
1
that.
month.
Yeah. You
And-
take all his wealth, and we're stuck without all those people working in all those factories that he owns.
Mhm. And they won't use it to like pay down the debt or anything. They'll just spend it as quick as they can and piss it away like Joe Rogan was talking about. Before you start asking for more money from people, folks, figure out where you're spending it. You're pissing away $4 trillion a year as the U.S. federal government. Where are you blowing that money? Where does it end up? Right? And show us some tangible result of all of the taxes you get. And they can't, because it's so much waste, fraud, and abuse.
Yep.
But, let's take all of Elon Musk's money, who to the penny knows where everything goes and none of it's wasted. Like, you can't run a business and waste money. You have to track everything down. Not like the government. You don't need to track anything down if you're the federal government. Nobody
Well, no,
cares.
They got the magic money computer. They'll just add some zeros. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you get a few people like us talking about it, and we say, "Oh, it's bad, it's bad," and they say, "Yeah, whatever. It's just, the censorship sucks show. That's the only one talking about it. Nobody else cares." Because they don't really. I mean, sure, like, Barney and company will come out and mention the federal debt's in really bad shape. We need to fix this up, folks. But then they give it about 2 minutes coverage and move on. And, kind of like we're going to do. We give it a few minutes coverage and move on. Because what can I do? Spend the whole night just, the whole show every 2 weeks or every week for 2 hours talking about the national deficit and how bad it is. I talk about it enough. And that's one of my biggest criticisms of Trump. He hasn't gone in like a businessman and fixed what needs to be fixed. He's tried with Doge. They tried to do it, but I don't think hardly any savings have come out of Elon Musk's, 3 months of work on Doge. They talked a big game, but I don't think they actually saved much money at all.
Well, they turned around and reallocated all of that money that was saved to other stuff. That's what happened. Like they didn't actually cut it out of the budget. They just moved it over to something else. I'll tell you though, one good thing did come out of Doge, and that was the destruction of USAID. That has been exposed for what it is, a CIA foreign government overthrow agency. Everything they did was for overthrowing governments. Nothing they did was actually for the benefit of anybody. It wasn't an aid organization. It is literally a CIA color revolution organization. That's what they do. They go in, they throw parties and events, attract people, recruit, radicalize, and it's how they overthrew Ukraine. Mike Benz, folks out there, if you want to check out some stuff on this, he just did a nice 30-minute clip of exactly how USAID overthrew Ukraine's government in 2014. It's wild.
Yeah, and for the papers, they'll throw some meals at some kids here and there, but for the most part, it was just to, like you say, to fund all these color revolutions, to get them off the ground. To infiltrate, the United States. I mean, we saw Doctors Without Borders and all these other NGOs literally channeling people up through Mexico, feeding them, housing them, giving them aid and comfort along the way so they could invade the United States under Joe Biden. Yep. We watched it happen. Our tax dollars at work funding this immigrant migration coming up from Central America. Look, I feel for those people. If I lived down there, I'd probably be in one of those convoys coming up to the United States to get in here and get mine, But I don't need the government to pay for that. They're going to come up on their own if they, see an opportunity.
Well, the worst part about these people were they were taking advantage of the worst. They were people that a lot of them were actually doing okay where they came from, but they were promised so many free things and all these great opportunities if they just came to America by the people sending them in the caravans. So many of them got here and got nothing and were no jobs, no free stuff. Like some of them got a lot of free stuff. But there were bunches of people that came and didn't get much, and they were very, very upset that they were lied to. It's a whole big mess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that trip was devastating. Brent on Wednesday night was talking about how they were cleaning up the border and they saw so much evidence of, sexual abuse and whatnot.
Yep.
That, you really, when you got into one of those convoys to come up here, if you're a woman, especially in any way attractive, it was pretty much a given that somebody was going to have the, forced love with you, so to speak.
Yeah.
But we got to go to break, folks. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we'll be right back after these messages.
All right, we're on radio break.
All right.
Excellent.
Cecilia
Excellent.
in the Kick chat. Oh, yeah.
What's going on?
Cecilia.
You're breaking my heart. Sorry. Thought we were continuing. My bad.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, goodness.
The more lyrics we sing to that song, the more embarrassed she gets. It's just it's a rough song.
Don't want to chase her. Don't want to chase her away. Don't want to chase her away.
We love Cecilia. We love all our fans, everyone out there, especially in Kick. You guys are awesome.
Oh, and Mayan Cal Knickers is in the Kick chat as well, listening to us tonight. And I'm sure if she's there, Adam Bombs is there with her.
My incel.
It's nice that we have fans that come and hang out with us on a Sunday. It's very nice.
It is.
Two of my very best
Friends at this point.
Two of my very best mods, by the way.
Gotta have good mods. Gotta have good mods with the live chat.
Yeah, you gotta censor.
Well, they're giving
Sure,
the
I prefer
shouts.
the term
They're giving the
curate.
shouts to people that I miss, so that's great.
Uh-huh. Oh, Blue, life is hard for you, isn't it, baby?
Oh, poor dog.
You got the whole forest. You've got a full belly, all the water you could ever want. The entire forest to go run in. Nice socks.
Yes, a dog's life.
Yeah. She was, confined all weekend. Finally, I let her out this afternoon, and she just was running for it's so cool to see her do that.
Yeah. I let Blue out earlier, and Nona chased him. And I was like, oh, my God. It's like about 5 minutes later, with the heat that we still have here in Texas, he was like, come on. I had enough of this shit. I'm ready to go back in. That guy on the bike can wait. I'll see him next time. or the thought might have been, why doesn't he ever come out at night so I can chase him up and down the fence when it's a lot cooler? Like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I bet that weather down there in the summer dogs are not a fan. I would imagine.
No. He has the best time in the wintertime. He just loves to go out and roll in the snow. I'm like, and it's hard to believe. Zeus has such short fur. You would think that the hot summer would be a little bit better for him. Oh no. He's a winter type dog. Yeah. I'm sure Blue loves it when you move north when it's summertime as well.
Yeah.
We always used to take the big dogs to the creek during the summer, let them run around the creek.
He just loves the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I turn the sprinkler on. Oh my God! The first thing he does is just sits on top of the thing. He doesn't let it sprinkle anywhere. He just sits on top of it. I'm like, what are you trying to do? The water hose won't hatch, buddy. We got 30 seconds and we'll back. Yeah. Well, no, she's pretty good. She just don't like the water at all. My God. She's terrified of it for some reason. But here's your countdown, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're back live and on the radio set right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday Night Edition. Doc, I don't know if you had a chance yet to listen to the Wednesday night show, but I had Brent Hamachek on. And for those of you who are longtime listeners, you know who he is. He's been on the show, for many years now. For those of you who don't know who he was the former managing editor over at Human Events, and he had worked with Charlie Kirk for like the last 10 years. So, I mean, Charlie died when he was 31. He'd been working with Brent since he was like 22 or something, back in college. And Brent did a lot of his sort of ghostwriting. He helped him write, he helped Charlie write Charlie's first book and his second book and, thereafter. And, really worked with him to sort of articulate his thoughts in a way. Charlie would say, hey, I've got an idea for a story. I want to talk about this, this, and this, and link them together like this. And then Brent would kind of read his mind and then sort of put an outline together and, put it into words for Charlie so that he would have something ready-made to go to press with. And Brent mentioned on Wednesday night that he is in the process of writing a book about his relationship with Charlie, all the years they worked together, and the whole process, everything that they'd done, and how, he went from point A to point B with Charlie over a decade. And I think that's going to be a really, really fascinating book. I can't wait to read it. And so I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you and our audience for anyone who missed Wednesday night show. That's a really cool thing. It should be coming out not too long from now, probably before the end of the year. It'll be available. And so, yeah, keep an eye out for that, folks.
Yeah, no, I'll have to go back and listen. I have a couple things to listen to the last week's show for, so I'll have to go back and check that out. That should be a good book, though. I mean, listen, Charlie was a figure that is a once-in-a-generation type figure, and to lose him so young is pretty devastating to the conservative movement in the United States.
Yeah, and the violence and the unnecessary, aspect to it, it just didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
And there's so many people out there that you hear on a regular basis that come out and they're like, everyone, I went for years thinking Charlie Kirk was some kind of animal because I heard these little curated clips here and there, right? And then you go back and watch one of his full episodes, 1 hour of him doing a sit down on campus and talking to people. And you realize that it was all a lie. It was all a lie. He was not that bad of a person at all. And he was willing to stand up and speak his mind. You might not agree with him on everything, but he had logic to it. There was a reason why he felt the way he did about abortion. He's very, very religious. He felt without a doubt that birth started at inception. And so, yeah, he didn't want to have abortion be legal, but that's an honest and a fair opinion to have in America today. You know what I mean? If you want to have that opinion, you're allowed to have it. It shouldn't cause you your life.
Yeah, it's sad that the hate that is pumped into people's hearts in the belief that they are somehow oppressed by society and that they need to lash out against society because of that oppression And it's led to this whole, we've had a bunch of these shootings over the last 5 years of these radicalized children that think that there's nothing for them in the world, and the only way that they can feel and let the world feel the way they do is to do something violent like this. It's a tragedy that we've allowed it to get this far. It really is. But to have it impact someone like Charlie, who was such a good person in general, it's a shock to the system. I don't know if America, it's going to be very much in the same lines as JFK, MLK, RFK Senior. It's going to be in the same lines as that. I have a feeling that it will be that way, remembered wise.
Yeah. And they tried to kill Trump a couple times. And, there was this liberal guy, I remember when Trump got shot, he was near me. I went over and said, gosh, did you hear? Trump just got shot today. And he was genuinely happy. Right?
Yeah.
And it shocked me to my core that someone could be happy that, anybody would get shot. It really blew me away that somebody almost died and you're happy about it. I mean, just disgusting. But anyway, let's lighten it up a little bit here. Mitch McConnell's office released a new photo of him in the last week here with his wife. And apparently they wheeled him out of the hospital in his wheelchair. And he saw his own shadow, so he disappeared back inside. And now Congress will be on recess for 6 more weeks.
So Mitch is the groundhog now.
No, I don't know, man.
Was there we haven't seen a video yet, right? There's no video evidence that he's alive, right?
Just a photo,
Yeah, I'm going to say he's dead. I don't think he's alive. I think he's dead.
I don't know, man. I mean, they're playing with some deadlines here as well, that if he did die, then I think he can avoid having a runoff at this point, and just be a governor would, appoint his successor.
Yeah.
Which, I wouldn't put it past him as his dying wish to just not have a vote for his replacement and instead just give it to the governor, Well,
I think the governor's been on his butt pretty hard to show proof of life, or they're going to do something. But I think they're going to end up getting somebody appoint. I bet you they appoint somebody after midterms. I bet you his staff is holding on doing votes to make sure that the midterms go exactly the way that Mitch wants them to go. The machine behind Mitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting, though. So I don't know, what's up with this guy. No one knows, but proof of life, man. That's all we're asking for is proof of life at this point.
30-minute video will do it, Mitch. 30-minute video. Or 30 seconds.
I don't think he... Yeah, I'm going to say 30 minutes. That's like asking Joe Biden to do a monologue,
Yeah, that's not going to happen. No. No, I definitely meant 30 seconds. It's just a wave and a hello. That's all we need, Mitch. That's all we need.
Yeah. And speaking of Joe Biden, Hunter did come out the other day in an interview and say that he's really not doing well. His cancer spread very aggressively, and it's incredibly painful. And, it's sad to hear. Again, I don't wish ill will on Joe Biden. I did not like him as a president. I think he was absolutely destructive. I think we could have had a Mexican cartel member run the country, and it probably wouldn't have been as damaging to the United States as Joe Biden was. But I don't wish him a painful, slow death, And when I hear he's not doing well, it's sad.
Yeah, that kind of karma comes back on you. You don't want to wish ill on someone. He's suffering plenty enough to be gleeful about it. It's hopefully, though, he won't be around much longer. He won't have to suffer too long. I mean, because once it gets to your bones, it's usually not very long before you're gone.
Yeah. And it's just agony all day, every day. And, I wouldn't wish that on anyone,
No, not at all.
But, yeah, that's a thing. We've got some stuff going on in the world, folks, from the WNBA, which is trying to figure out what the W in the WNBA stands for. I cannot wait to see what they say after their all-hands-on-deck meeting this week.
I'm
like you
very
said, man.
curious. Very curious.
They could go the NCAA route or the Olympic route and just copy it and say, if it's good enough for the Olympics, it's good enough for us. We're, not going to have any more discussion on it. It is what it is. Thank you very much. But I don't think they will.
I think they're gonna do something silly, and it's gonna be really funny.
Yeah, I think they'll just be like, man, we consulted doctors. We had everybody in here, and nobody knows. We just can't figure it out, man. And at the end of Matt Walsh's documentary entitled "What Is a Woman," he asked his wife the question, as he's asked so many through the documentary, "Hey, honey, what is a woman?" And she said, "An adult female human being. Now, will you open the spaghetti jar for me?"
Yeah, it really is that simple. It's amazing the lengths that these people will go to not to just say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of shocking the lengths that they go to, but it is what it is. It's a woke mind virus, and when you try to shove a rational thought through that filter you put in your brain, it just cracks and it doesn't work anymore. But folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable radio show, and we will be right back after these messages.
All right, we're on radio break. Yeah. Great.
Excellent.
Great first hour, guys.
Yes. Went by quick, real quick.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it went by.
It's funny. I always judge it by, how many articles we go through.
I was kind of low energy when I started out, but it's coming up now. Thanks, guys.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should do like 5 articles out of 20.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's we covered a pretty wide breadth of topic too. It wasn't all in the same ballpark. We went across the whole spectrum of topics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what people want. They want to hear some news they didn't know about and some analysis that's new to them or whatever on different subjects. So yeah, we're doing our job.
I like it.
Yeah, but, I still don't think the panel to find out who a woman is for the WNBA is going to do anything at all since we still have, justices on the Supreme Court that can't figure that one out.
I've been thinking about that the entire time we talked about this.
I'm like, oh, yeah, we need a panel. I'm like, oh, yeah, we have a great panel of justices, and there's a couple, at least one in there that can't figure it out. Come on now. I'm like,
yeah.
That's funny. I bet.
Go ahead.
Well, maybe Willie will talk about that.
I bet you could do a search with AI and ask for like all the female celebrities and politicians and whatnot that have refused to answer that question. And like do a skit where that's the panel. You're going to put Ketanji Brown Jackson, Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell, and whoever else on there to
RuPaul.
Yeah, Ru.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
RuPaul, that's a perfect one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Dylan Mulvaney. Yeah, just start listing trans women.
Yeah, I think. Look, all I'm saying is, if they go for it, if they go ahead and draft the trans basketball player, we're going to at least get dunking in the NBA or WNBA.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think some of them can, but already, but hey,
barely.
Yeah.
Barely,
you don't see any. You don't see any women joining the NBA.
No.
How many female football players are females too in the NFL? How about the NHL?
They can't even make it on a high school team.
Yeah. Well, with that, let's go ahead and switch rooms so we can bring Willie in.
Okay.
That was the first hour, folks, of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable radio show. We'll come back, and we shall bring Willie in that worm farmer from Waldo, Florida. That crazy dude. Let's there's Doc. And there's Willie. And I got John coming in. There we go. Hey. You all set up there, Willie?
Hey, man.
There he is.
Did you get all the way up there on the billboard already, or are you still climbing?
No, man, hey, I got my own show that I do, man. Hey, I've been up here on this billboard for the last hour.
Are you sure you're just not copying the signal from this show and broadcasting it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not y'all's first part, man. Just this part right here. Come on.
Okay.
I seen a pirate flag flying from your billboard a few times.
Yeah.
Why is it in red?
Yeah, no, that's a Confederate flag.
No, that's a
battle flag. It ain't the Confederate flag. It's a battle flag, man.
Oh, it's a battle flag. With the
it's
skull and
cross.
crossbones on it, nonetheless.
No, man. Hey, I listened to y'all earlier, man. I was thinking about that. Don't go breaking my heart. How are we gonna sing that? Don't go breaking my heart.
There you go, Cecilia. He's singing to you.
I heard from that Cecilia in a while. I mean, you must not have been paying her good money, Mark. Come on.
Oh my. Yeah. About that.
She one of your paid groupies.
What? Since when?
So you're not denying that you pay groupies. This is what I'm
he ain't, is he? He ain't. He paying for likes. You gotta love him.
I'm sure I could spend my money on something better.
Most men could.
Since I got a flat tire, you coming out to fix my tire, Willie?
Yeah, no, man. Hey, fix it. Hey, you want to plug it? Hey, look at here. Here, what I got some screws, man. Hey, you take out the metal screw that's causing the leak, and you screw in a plastic screw, man. Hey, it works good. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just got to be a thicker, right? If it's a larger screw, it'll fill the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that
put a larger screw in
and
add a little bit of the silicone to it to keep it sealed, right?
Yeah, no, you ain't even got to do that, man. Hey, you just take the old nail or screw out or whatever it is, man, and you just I got a whole bunch of them, man. I got a kit. What they call a kit. You got 30 of them in it, just in case I have 30 flat tires.
That's why do you have so many flat tires?
Yeah, I don't, man. I don't. But in case I
have your kit, right?
Yeah, in case I did, man.
Oh, so you have different size screws in the jar that you keep with you in your truck.
No, man. It's just one size. One size fits all. One
That's
size.
what she said.
That's what she said. Anyways.
Oh boy, family friendly, folks.
Yes, we are on radio break right now. Thank goodness for that, right? Close optional radio at this point. And you don't have to put a sweater on, Blue.
Hey, look at him. I'm on another social media platform, man. Hey, and I call myself Trump's pool boy. What I am, I'm Trump's pool boy. Ha! Y'all can look me up. Y'all know what I'm
That's a good
talking
one.
about, man.
Yeah.
Hey, he hired his pool boy to be a contractor to do that reflecting pool, man. Hey, now he done come out and say he don't know who the contractor is.
Well, that figures why all the people that go to the swimming pools over there now, when they jump off the diving board, yell "Glory hole!" But anyways,
Glory hole!
we got about 30 seconds.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. I got all kind of stuff I want to tell y'all, man. Hey, we gonna get into it tonight. Come on.
Let's go.
Uh-huh. Yep. I listened to your show a while ago. Hey, you talking about a U.S. aid, man, how it's been dissolved. It ain't been dissolved. They just took most of it and they put it under
All
a
right.
different department.
Here's your countdown. Calm down, Willie. Calm down.
Hey,
All right.
Yeah,
Five,
that's a good start.
4,
Start.
3,
8,
2,
9.
1. And you're live and on the radio side for the second hour right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Round Table Radio Show, Sunday night, August 9th, 2026. And Doc, man, before I introduce Willie, I read an interesting article today. It was the one of the heads of the DSA, the Democratic Socialists of America. They said they got their news almost exclusively from Jon Stewart, right? That's where they went to get their news. And I think there's an epidemic of that going on. And I'm going to demonstrate it with our next guest tonight, folks. We got Willie Lee coming up here. Now, Willie runs a successful worm farm out of Waldo, Florida, called Willie's Worm Farm, where they make hot dogs out of the worm meat and then export them to Germany, where they sell like hotcakes, or number one seller in Germany, worm-based hot dogs. He's also got the Cricket Emporium, where he makes crickets and turns them into flour and other edible byproducts to replace, if you want a gluten-free diet, boom, here's your flour for you, right? So very successful guy. He sells pea jugs as well. And a new product I just noticed on his website, Confederate flag toilet paper. Very interesting stuff. Willie, welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
Yeah, man. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Now, hey, look at him. That right there. Let me tell you what that right there was, man.
What? I
that
gave
right
you a
there
good,
was a. Hey,
I
that
gave
was
you a good introduction tonight.
That was a proper introduction, man. A proper introduction. Man, I tell you what, man. Hey, you coming on up in the world, man. Come on. Hey, we got that stuff. I can't, man. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got all this reading and stuff that I was doing, man. Hey, I got stuff going on. I got stuff wrote down. Hey, I don't even know where to start, man. Hey,
right.
hey, look at him. Here's what I had to do. I had to get me a South Carolina driver's license, man. Hey, they didn't want that one from down there in Florida, man. Hey, it had done expired. Well, I really didn't even have one from Florida. I had one wrote down on a piece of paper, and I just showed it to the lawman there, because I didn't go nowhere but Waldo, and they all know me in Waldo, man. All I do, I just have my name on a piece of cardboard, and I call that my Florida license. But that ain't cutting it up here in South Carolina, man. So hey, I had to do what they do. I had to take me a driving test. Look at here. Oh, that was about aggravating, man. I'm telling you. Hey, I told y'all about my Pinto I got, man. Hey, it ain't really a Pinto though. What it is a Pinto frame, and it's on a lawnmower. I got it attached to the lawnmower, but it's a Pinto frame. And that hey, that dude, man, he got in beside me. Hey, all I had was a 5-gallon bucket for him to sit on. Look at him. I had to move the possums out of the way. Hey, I got a little old gator in the back seat, man. The possums and stuff was in there. I had to shove them out of the way, man. And he wanted to go on a road test, and he had to make sure, that my left turn signal worked and my right turn signal worked, and my headlights. Well, my headlights ain't nothing but flashlights, man. Hey, I got these flashlights. Hey, you talking about news, man? Hey, where people get their news from, and you talking about Jon Stewart and all that. Hey, the best place, I'm gonna tell y'all, the best place to get your news is from TikTok. Man, hey, go on TikTok. No, I'm telling you, man.
Chinese owned TikTok.
Yeah, hey, no, hey, they got
Ellis
some.
owns it
Yeah,
now.
yes, an American owns it now. What I
The
heard
code's
told,
still
man.
there, though. It's
Yeah,
not changed much in the way of content, though. It's still,
yeah.
civil.
Hey,
But go
hey,
ahead.
hey.
Go ahead.
No, hey, it's all facts on TikTok, man. I'm telling you. I started to say dead gum, but I can't say dead gum on this radio station no more. So
Yeah, it's a
let it
curse
be
word.
known that I did not say dead gum, but I started to because I was told that I could not say the word dead gum on the radio anymore, man.
Then
Hey,
why have
but
you
look,
said it like 8 times?
no, hey,
You
I'm
just said
just
it like
saying.
4 times.
I'm just saying that I'm well aware that I'm not allowed to say that word, man. That's all I'm
Okay.
telling you, man. Look at him. Oh, hey, hey, I got ideas. Hey, we're Doc 60. Hey, Doc 69.
I'm here, Willie.
Hey, ideas, man. Idea. Hey, I didn't come up with another idea. Look at him. And
Oh,
I got
wait
other
a minute.
stuff
Wait a
on.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
no,
You demoted him last week from friend to associate. You demoted him
yeah,
on the show, live on the air, and now you want to hit him up for money again? You're not
no,
even friends with the guy. You said so
hey,
yourself last week.
hey, look
Am
at
I
him.
wrong, Doc?
Hey,
Look. I didn't think he was serious, but I mean, if he wants to be serious, I mean, I can always close the checkbook, put it away.
mm-hmm.
No more ideas.
Hey, I'll tell you, hey, Doc 69, I will give you a chance to redeem yourself, man. Do you know who Ben Jones is?
No.
Man, and that's why we can't be friends. I mean, I love you. You smart, man. No, hey, he passed away. He passed away, Ben Jones. Hey, Ben Jones
I don't know if I
passed
know who he
away.
is either, Willie.
And,
If that
and it
qualifies me not to be your friend anymore, I'll take it.
You can't. Hey, I done told you, man. I done seen you all kind of stuff on the
Oh,
apps
you're
and
talking
stuff,
about
man.
Cooter. Okay.
Yeah, Cooter, man. Cooter. Look at him. He knows who he is. Cooter passed away today, man, at the age of 84. Sunday, August the 9th, 2026. Cooter passed
That's
away,
from the
man.
Dukes?
Yeah, from the
From the
Dukes
Dukes
of
of Hazzard?
Hazzard, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, it's a sad day, man. Hey, but look at him. You're still getting me sidetracked, though, man. Oh, look at him. Hey, where was I at? Hey, no, hey, Hooters, man. Oh, look at him. Hey,
I do like those.
yeah, no, hey, Hooters is a restaurant out there, man. Hey, they make good
They're
chicken
great food.
wings. Yeah, hey, I got an idea though, man. Hey, we gonna do a home delivery service, and we gonna call it Knockers. We gonna call it Knockers. we gonna have them women. We gonna have them women delivering chicken wings. Hey, and they gonna be all hanging out, man. Knockers. You talking about? Hey, you talking about a good idea? Come on, hey, that got to be a good idea.
I don't know. You're going to trust female delivery drivers. That's dangerous. I'm just.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Hey, you talking about a good idea? That right there is a good idea, man. Hey, but
It's a solid name. I'll give you that.
It is a solid idea. I just want to see the hiring process. How you actually only hire women with large breasts. I would imagine, right? Could get you in some trouble with the unemployment or the employment office.
Well, they ain't got to be big, man. That would make them what they call miracle bra. Hey, that pushes them up, man. Hey, Donald Trump.
Now, what if Enos Cantor says, "Hey, I identify as a large-breasted woman for the purposes of deliveries," and you would have to hire him? You couldn't discriminate against him.
Hey, I could hire Mark. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark.
I'm sure it'd be too far for Medworthy to take and drive all the way to do those kind of deliveries.
Anybody wants to see Mark in a bikini. I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Mark.
Hey, Mark's losing weight, man. Give him credit.
Hey, got man boobies.
Yeah, and they're shrinking too because of that. Sorry, I'm not going for it, Willie.
No, I love Mark, man. I love Mark. No, hey, Donald Trump, man. Hey, he said that gas was $1.99 gallon, $1.99 a gallon in 3 states. Hey, in the state of denial, the state of delusion, and the state of confusion. I don't want to move there.
Yeah.
That makes you wonder, man. I seen that. I thought it was funny, man. Hey, and I seen something else too. Hey, look at here. Hey, I seen something about McDonald's and selling hot dogs, man, and calling them McWieners. Hey, I'm gonna start selling my worm
they
hot
Willie's?
dogs, man. Hey, no,
If they're
hey,
not
they got
selling
me call.
Willie's hot dogs, you can't call them McWieners.
No, but hey, I ain't gonna call them. I'm gonna call them Little Willies. Look at here. Little Willies. Hey, you want a little Willie? Everybody needs a little Willie, man. Hey, you know, with that ranch dressing in it that squirts whenever you bite into it. Yeah, a little Willie.
Top seller in Holland.
Yeah, no, hey, look, I ain't got a whole lot. I ain't got a whole lot of time. I got a whole bunch of stuff to get through. Hey, I want to tell y'all something, man. Hey, I ate a kid's meal at McDonald's the other day. His mother was not very happy with me. You get it? A kid's meal.
I got it. Yeah.
Shouldn't be stealing other folks' food, Willie. That's just rude.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are, man. Hey, y'all know all this stuff, man. I come up with. Hey, they got all this Duro stuff, man. Duro hobby and hobby horsing, and hey, they got such a thing. I ain't lying. Y'all can Googleize it, man. If you don't believe me, just ask me. I'll tell you. They got a thing. It's called an in-between leg digger, man. Hey, it's got like a little scooter seat, man, and you sit on this scooter seat and you prop this thing up between your legs, and it's got a digger on the front of it, man. It's like you got this little backhoe, and it's got a handle on it, man. It's an in-between leg digger. Hey,
we had those in the sandbox when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, hey, it's a true thing, man. And there are people out there, they doing little competitions and stuff like that. And hey, it's a real thing. If you don't believe me, like I said, just ask me, man. I'll tell you. I got it. I come up with these. I come up with another movie idea. Movie idea. Look at here. Hey, this one here. Hey, y'all don't know it, man. Hey, but I like to got captured. I like to got captured last week, man. Hey, and there was this group, man, and they was called Flaming Dragon, and they called up Saul Good, and they told Saul Good that they had me, and they wanted a $50 million ransom, man. Hey, but Saul Good, and they told him they was Flaming Dragon. Saul Good told him, said something about go eat a hobo sandwich, man, and he was mad at him. He started cussing them and stuff like that. Hey, all I had to do, though, man, what they wanted me to do was do a Willie show. All I had to do was do a Willie show, and they let me go. Well, I actually had to fight my way out, man.
You want to make a movie about this? You want to make a movie about this? Okay.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do for inspiration, okay, go rent Tropic Thunder tonight and watch it and see if it inspires you at all.
Yeah, no, you're breaking my heart because you're leaving, you falling for somebody new. Tropic what? Thunder? Hi.
Tropic Thunder, yeah.
Thunder's a good one.
Cecilia, it isn't too easy believing you'd leave after all that we've been through. That's funny right there.
The dogs are running away, Willie. Calm down.
Hey, that ought to be a number one. Somebody ought to, for real, write a song like that, though, man. Hey, but I'm looking at this whole thing, man. Hey, I heard y'all earlier, man. Y'all say I don't listen to the show, but y'all was talking about that U.S. aid and all of that, man, and how they shut it down. But hey, most of the operations, what they done is they moved the operations to the Department of State. Remaining operations and foreign assistant duties were absorbed into the U.S. Department of State. So,
but they have to report their budget because they're part of the Department of State now. They didn't have to report their budget before. So now we know where the money's going, unlike before where it was dark money.
Yeah, $1 billion. Hey, we got $1 billion going to the CIA. What happens to it after that? Don't nobody know. Hey, and then Donald, I'm not even going to bash Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump, man. You got to love him. I'm telling you, he's done a lot of good, man. But some of the stuff he does, I just don't get it, man. I don't understand. But he's sitting there, he's spending all this money on all the decorative stuff, man, and the pool and the East Wing or West Wing or whatever it is at the White House and this other building that he's painting and everything else, man. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, man. I used to like that Janine Pirro, man, or whatever her name is, but she going out there and telling untruths. I think I'm not sure. I ain't wanting to defame the woman or nothing. But Donald Trump said that there was vandalism done at that pool, so it's got to be so. She can't be right, man. I'm telling you. Look at him. Hey, if Donald Trump says it's so, then you know that it's got to be so. And that's all there is to it, man. Hey, but I'm going to tell you.
I think Trump has seen better days, Willie.
Yeah.
I think he's seen better days. I don't think if he for somehow finagled a third term, I think it would be a disaster.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't think he's where he was 10 years ago when he first got elected.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He come out and he says, I don't know the contractor of that pool. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, he ought to be up for what they call frequent liar miles, man, because he knows exactly who the contractor is. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, damn, hey, Louis Grizzard, hey, y'all can look him up, man. He used to be a newspaper journalist for the Atlanta Constitution, and he was a comedian, and he went all around the country and telling all these jokes and stuff, man. But a lot of the stuff that he told wasn't jokes at all. He's like George Carlin. He telling the truth, man, but it's just funny how it come out. And he was talking about, and I ain't going to say exactly what the word is, man, but y'all can look up the cassette tape. I got the cassette. I got the 8-track too, man, where he come out and he said, dang, brother, I don't believe I told that. Look at him. Hey, y'all look it up. Louis Grizzard, dang, I don't believe I told that. Hey, just certain things you just don't tell, man. Hey, I'm just saying. And he come out there and he tells all kind of stuff, man, and it just don't make any sense. I just look at him and I'm like, dang, brother, I don't believe you told that. Y'all look up Louis Grizzard, man.
So what you're trying to say here is that Trump is a bit of a fibber. Is that what I'm picking up? What you're laying down?
No, I think he says stuff and he believes it, man. It's a different story.
Okay. That is different.
That's different, man. Whenever you believe what you're saying, you ain't exactly telling stories if you believe what you're telling, man. Look at him.
It's in the immortal words of George Costanza, it's only a lie if you think it's a lie.
Yeah, well, it depends. I guess it depends on who's listening and who's talking and all this other. I mean, hey, think about it, man. Yeah, remember if you got kids or whatever, and your kids are growing up, or when you was a kid and you was growing up, and your parents told you there was such a thing as Santa Claus, and such a thing as the Easter Bunny, and such a thing as the Tooth Fairy, and all that, and you believe that, and your parents was they lying? Hey, was they lying when they told you all that stuff? Now, everybody knows. Hey, I'm gonna just put it out there because it's late at night and there ain't no kids or nothing out there. Hey, listen here, there ain't no such a thing as the Tooth Fairy. Hey, because I know I'll put all kind of money up underneath my pillow, man. I got like 30 teeth or something. I never got no money, man. I keep trying. Hey, but I ain't never got no money from no Tooth Fairy, man. Hey, there ain't no such thing as a Tooth Fairy. Ain't no such thing as Easter Bunny unless there's one in the costumes, man.
All right, Willie, come on. We don't want to ruin every child's life out there. There are
there is absolutely an Easter bunny, and his name is Cadbury, and he lays chocolate eggs. I see him on TV all the time.
Now there is such a thing as Santa Claus. And I know I have seen Santa Claus, and he lives up there in the North Pole, and he makes toys. I never got no toys, man. All I got was little old whittle toys and stuff that Daddy made when I was little, man. Hey, but there is such. He just didn't know what Mom and Daddy used to tell me. They used to say, "Well, not Mama, cause Mama runned off, man." But my Mimi, she used to say that Santa Claus couldn't find my address, man, because we was too far back up in the swamp. That's what it boiled down to. But there is such a thing as Santa Claus. I can tell you that much, man.
Yeah, he has 3 movies, doesn't he?
Yeah. But
Santa Claus
we had him on
1,
the show
Santa
a couple
Claus
years
2,
ago.
Santa Claus 3.
But look at him. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I had that driving instructor, man. Hey, he looked like Adolf Hitler, man. I'm telling you. He got in the car. He was already he already about he about 3 fingers into a fifth, man. He smelled like stale coffee, man. Hey, I had to put the 5-gallon bucket there, man. Hey, but look at him. All he wanted me to do, he told me to pick out my own route, man. So I picked out my own route, and we went by the liquor store, and we went by the bar, and we sit there, and he wanted to know if he could have a swig of moonshine, man. Hey, look at him. He was cool.
So you passed with flying colors then?
Yeah, I did, man. I passed with flying colors, man. I'm telling you. And that's the part that I wanted to tell you. So I am official right now. I have got me a South Carolina driver's license. Oh, doggone, man. Some good Willie's Rocket Juice. Look at him. Oh, son. Hey, but not, hey.
So you're all legal up out there in South Carolina, huh? Good to hear.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Look at him. We got all kind of stuff. It's breaking my heart to remember the dreams that we depended upon.
On the rocket juice for a couple hours.
I'm gonna label this stuff right here, man. Hey, we got this here, Willie's right. Hey, y'all can contact me,
Willie.
Man. Hey, no, hey, I got books for sale.
We're
hey,
running out of time here.
No, hey, look at him. The Adventures of Willie, Lee, and Friends on Amazon.com. Hey, y'all go to that website and y'all can buy
go find that,
books, man.
Go to Amazon, look up Willie and Friends, The Adventures of Willie and Friends, and go buy a copy of that. It's good stuff. I promise you, it's not subpar work. But we've got to go to break. We'll be back with more of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show right after these messages.
Hey, Flat Earth, man. Hey, we want to talk about Flat Earth.
You got it in.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, Willie.
Silly man, silly man.
Hey, that was a good movie, though, man. Hey, Tropic Thunder. That was a good movie. Sorry, a dingo ate your baby.
Yeah, that was one of the best acting performances, comedy-wise, that I've ever seen from Robert Downey Jr. He was so funny. So funny.
And Tom Cruise, too. Tom Cruise was... I didn't even know that was Tom Cruise the first time I watched it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He nailed it.
I didn't even realize it was him. I was like, oh, crap. Like, that's actually him.
I like that one with Emilio in it. What was it? Loaded Gun? Or Loaded Weapon. Yeah.
Give you a lick cheese hobo sandwich. He didn't say lick.
Oh, man.
You're a nut, Willie.
Huh?
You're a nut. But we love you.
Y'all make it happen, man.
And that isn't a paid endorsement either. All right? Don't take it too far.
Y'all already thousands of dollars in debt to me at $4.33 a show.
Yeah.
It's all good. Supposed to be paying that money.
Yeah, we'll go get him to.
You're not going to see any of that.
I think he put it all in Bitcoin for you and then sent you the passcodes, which you immediately read off on air.
Yeah. It was that and his investment into the Minds messaging system.
I wish Minds tokens would go up, man. I'd get rich off of Minds tokens.
Just tell me about it.
Yeah.
That was
But when it went up to like $2-3.
Oh, if it went back to $1, I'd be laughing.
Yeah, it was at $4 one time. I missed that train.
Yeah, I didn't have enough to actually worth bridging it over and doing it at the time. Like I now it would be worth it, but.
Yeah, back then it was really expensive to get them off the chain. To get them on chain, it was very expensive.
Yeah, the whole entire Ethereum model is just expensive. That's why everything on Ethereum is on its own chain that settles on Ethereum now. They all built like layer 2s and everything. I think they do theirs on Base now.
I got like 22 billion SHIB coin, man. I'm just waiting for it to go to a penny.
Heck yeah.
And Peppy, man. I got billions of them suckers too, man. I just need
we're
going
to
to go
come back
to a
a
penny.
bit early, all right? Just to let you know.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I love you guys, man.
All right.
I'll talk
Have a
to you
good
later.
one,
We're
Willie.
under
All right,
30
Willie.
seconds.
See you later.
All right, bye.
Remember, pick up on the first ring next time I call you. Okay.
Yeah.
Ranch
yeah.
dressing, by the way.
Squirt.
Flat Earth. And here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're back live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, where we got all kinds of news going on. I got a crazy video doc out of England I watched today. I couldn't believe it. I mean, these people over there are losing their society, right? It's a two-tiered justice system if I've ever seen one. If you're an immigrant there and you walk down the street with a machete, no cop will touch you, right? But here's a guy, a white guy, living in England, native born, all that stuff, generations, 100 generations living there in the island. And he went to the sporting goods store and purchased a baseball bat for his, upcoming game. He walks out of the store with said baseball bat, takes about 20 steps down the street, and then a cop immediately tries to force him to the ground and handcuff him for carrying an illegal weapon down the street that he just bought at the sporting goods store right behind him. He had the receipt in his hand. It was still in a wrapper, right? It still had its plastic coating wrapper around it. And this cop is just struggling with this guy, trying to bring him to the ground. And he's like, "What are you doing? Get off me. I just bought a baseball bat for the game. We're going to play a baseball game this weekend." Insane. Finally, another cop shows up. The two of them throw this guy to the ground. Then two more cops show up, and they mace this guy, pepper sprayed him in the face. On and on and on. Meanwhile, the crowd around them are all screaming, "What are you doing? It's a baseball bat. He just bought it." I mean, it's plain as day to everybody looking at the scene. But the cop, I don't know, something triggered him. You can't have a baseball bat. And so he just took him out. It's ridiculous. And it's not going to get any better under, Andy Burnham, simple Andy Burnham, the very simple man, Andy Burnham. He's a joke. This country is a joke. Could you imagine that happening in America? It would never in a million years occur to any cop to tackle somebody because they bought a baseball bat.
No, in half the states, they won't even look at you funny if you're carrying a fully loaded semi-automatic rifle. They won't even look at you twice, because we just don't have that nanny state when it comes to the weaponry. Like we just don't have that. We have a very strong Second Amendment gun culture here. So it's very odd to us. But over there, they've outlawed certain kinds of knives that you have to they're headed towards the Japanese model. Like over in Japan, you get a serial number assigned to your cooking knife that you buy. Like if you're a chef and you go buy those high-end chef knives, there's serial numbers on them and they're serialized. They're headed in that direction. I mean, a totalitarian control. And of course, it's only focused at the white native population. The Sikhs get to carry around their knives. Nobody says anything to a Muslim or an African migrant carrying a machete down the street. But as soon as you see a white guy carrying anything that could be used as a club, even if it's not intended for that purpose, they put him on the ground, put him in cuffs, and take him to jail. I mean, it's quite clear England is a mess.
It's a two-tiered system all the way through. There were even I saw a video about two-tiered real estate the other day. You know, there was this guy's walking around this. There used to be a dog training center for service dogs, and there was rumors that came on the market. It never got listed. This guy said he made a couple inquiries on it. He wanted to buy it, and then poof, out from under him, suddenly it's turned into an Islamic center. You know.
Oh.
And he goes there, and there's women covered full burqas, covered full head, head to toe. Their face only you see is their eyes. And you can't tell me that those women are doing that by choice. You cannot tell me. It is impossible to think that any human being would want to spend their entire lives covered in a garbage bag with only a little slit they can look out all day, every day for the rest of your life, forever.
Yeah, but you also could have couldn't have convinced me that everybody would have worn a mask and stood 6 feet apart either. Like, it's amazing if you're raised in a certain type of way, in a certain type of culture, what you think is acceptable. A lot of the women actually fight for the right to wear their burqas in countries. Like, there is lawsuits in certain parts of Europe where they've banned them. There have been lawsuits by women to try to get them to allow them to wear them. I mean, I'm not saying that these women do. I think it's such an odd cultural thing so far outside of the Western purview that I can't even imagine it. But I'm not them, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you've got to be brainwashed really hard into thinking that that's what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can't tell me that entire countries, like the entire country of Saudi Arabia or Afghanistan or whatever, you can't tell me these entire countries, all their women want to be covered all day, every day in the 110-degree heat.
No,
they would give anything to shed that thing off and actually maybe just soak in the sun for a few minutes or feel the breeze on their face, It's sad. I've only seen women dress like that one time in my life. And it was a number of years ago, maybe 20 years ago. And it was out in the middle of nowhere on I-80 in Wyoming, right? I go into this gas station and this family comes in and there's the man dressed perfectly normal. And he had a wife and 3 daughters that were like waist high. You know what I mean? They were like 3 feet tall, wearing complete head to toe burqas. I mean, and it's to this day sticks with me how creepy that was, how weird it was, how just I felt so sorry for those kids. I mean, to this day, I feel nothing but just wow. I mean, how incredible to never feel the sun on your skin, to never feel a cool breeze on a hot day that cools you up and feels great, to never have any of those experiences. And I mean, it breaks my heart. It's horrible, but it is what it is, man. And I don't even know how we got on this subject.
Yeah, well, it's culture. The culture of the people that are invading Europe are completely different culturally than the people who are from Europe. And whether it is the full-on Muslim extreme, burqa wearing Muslims, or it's the Sikhs, or it's the North Africans, or it's the Congolese, whatever it is, they're not natives to that region, and they're not culturally assimilating, and it's going to lead to further destruction of those places, especially if the government continues on this 2-tiered system.
It's going to come to a point where they just say enough is enough. I'm sick of this. They're really starting to, in the past, there'd been a lot of protests in areas where something had happened, where there was a murder, there was a rape, there was, some horrible tragic event. Now we're seeing in some of these cities, Sheffield, North Sheffield, or something like that. They are really going to town just because they're moving in. It's a town of like 3,000 people, and they're planning to move 1,500 migrant men into their town, and they're flipping out over it. Because that is going to absolutely change the nature of that town forever, and they've got nowhere to put them anymore. They've run out of places to put these people, so they're starting to reach for these like little shires and these quaint little towns and saying, okay, you guys can take 1,000 of these people. And they're like, what are you talking about? There's only 1,000 people that live in this village. You want half of them to be military aged men from foreign countries that don't speak the language and their cultures are completely different. Where if they see a woman who's walking around with a tank top t-shirt and shorts, that's seen as kind of an open invitation. I mean, it's sad to say, but it's something they've never seen in their lives because everyone does wear that burqa. And so they've never seen a woman just walking around like that. And so, wow, it's going to be a culture shock for them just as much as it is for anybody else. And, the videos I see going around, man, I feel so bad for these women that are, they can't go out at night anymore. You can't walk down the street. Even in the daytime, they've got to, if they want to take the subway, they've got to wear a long sleeve shirt and all these other precautions, cover your hair. And that's where it leads, it all starts with where did they learn how to, cover their hair all the time? Well, it's dangerous if you don't. If you just cover your hair, you're not going to be in danger. So cover your hair and dress modestly and you won't be in danger.
Yeah. And I think that's a big part of what's causing such tremendous cultural conflict in Europe between these two sects is that the government is not protecting the rights of the local people, the people who are native to those lands, but enforcing the culture of the invaders onto the public. And that is really where the cultural divide is happening so fiercely. Like London is a perfect example. Paris is another example where they're living under the oppression of the invaders because the invaders will enforce their culture by violence, like you were just saying, where the state won't protect the culture of the native people and won't use the state's violence to protect them. And so it's enforcing by default the invaders' culture. That's what's happening. And that's part of how they invade and take over areas. It's the Muslim conquest idea.
Yeah, it's wild stuff, man. It's wild stuff. And it's being, the Democratic Party, man, I'm grouping you guys in together with the DSA because you're one and the same now. The DSA is your driving force, right? So when we talk about Democrats now, is Democrats socialist? It's the socialist wing of, it's the GOP versus the socialists. And I'm telling you, man, they're crazy. We've got this Syed guy who won, the Senate nomination for the Democrats in Michigan. And I mean, the guy who's running against him is calling this a gift from God because he gets to run against someone who wants to abolish the police, who wants to abolish prisons, who wants to get rid of the border, get rid of ICE, get rid of the Senate, get rid of the presidency, get rid of the Supreme Court, and replace it all. Get rid of it goes without saying, if you're going to do all that, you're definitely going to get rid of the Constitution, and you're absolutely going to get rid of the Bill of Rights. You can't have that pesky Bill of Rights hanging around. And so what? We've got to relitigate and try to sell this new Congress that's going to be all powerful into declaring that we should have a Bill of Rights of some sort that guarantee Americans the freedom of speech, freedom of religion, association, freedom to protect ourselves, to bear arms, and on and on and on.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. The Democratic Socialists have no interest in those things.
And I have no interest in relitigating that with a bunch of American hating commies.
I agree. Like, we already fought over this. We're not doing it again. Don't make us.
Exactly. We've worked for generations to get these rights, to get all this stuff in place. So 250 years of struggle to, bring all this together, and they want to just wipe it out and replace it with love, rainbows, and unicorns. If you ask them, it's all just going to be perfect. We don't need cops, folks. We don't need prisons. What are you going to do with the rapists? Do women have any rights in this new world of yours?
Well, you won't have to, because they're going to teach the men not to rape. That's how they're going to do it.
There you go. Yeah, we'll cut your junk off.
Eventually, that's what it'll get to. I mean, it's the same thing that every socialist experiment descends into. Eventually, you have to get to the point where you control the physical flesh and the mind of the individuals under you. If you don't, they will rebel against your socialism. It happens every time. That's what we end up with totalitarianism for.
And we've got David Hogg coming out and saying that, the old school Democrats, you need to step aside and fall into line because the new socialism thing is the wave of the future. Not that David Hogg means anything to me. I don't take him seriously, but a lot of people on the left do. Hassan Piker, I don't take him seriously at all. But, I mean, I got clip after clip after clip of him here talking about how America deserved 9/11. Here he says about capitalists, quote, yeah, kill them. Kill those MF and murder those MF in the streets. Let the streets soak in their blanking red capitalist blood, dude. Hassan Piker talking about capitalists. And he's got, this guy running for Senate in Michigan. This is his right-hand man. Hassan Piker says we want to flood illegals into the United States so they can blank your sisters and daughters to destroy the white race. Okay. Hassan Piker, sitting at a table with LGBTQ plus flag, says, blank, my overall favorite flag is Hezbollah, who will kill the LBQTPIA or whatever you want to call them. America deserves 9/11. I do not support the United States of America. Direct quote from Hassan Piker. And this guy has been campaigning with Hong in Wisconsin, with Syed in Michigan, and with a number of other prominent people out there. He is like the face of the new Democrat Socialist Party. And they're saying this stuff, folks. It gets crazier and crazier every day. He praises communist China all the time. And I mean, now he's running running it all. It's crazy stuff. And I don't know how long this is going to last before people start saying, wow, these people are genuinely nuts. I mean, this guy should lose the Senate rate in Michigan by, I don't know, 50 points.
I don't think he's going to, though. That's the part that scares me, is that I make it a point, and this is it's difficult to do, but I make it a point to actually interact with people who believe that in these candidates. I interact with these people, and these people are completely economically illiterate. They think when they say things like kill the capitalists that they're just being rhetorically hyperbolic. They don't think they're serious. And they actually believe, for some unknown reason I can't quite comprehend, that just printing more money and paying for it isn't going to lead to what it has in every other communist location, which is hyperinflation and starvation. They think all of that was somehow the fault of the United States of America or some other capitalist empire that caused the collapse of the socialist regime. And they're completely deluded. And they're really excited about voting for these people. And unfortunately, Republican voters aren't very excited right now. It's scary. It's a scary scenario to have these kind of people running for office and be the candidate with the most hype.
Well, and I mean, Trump is doing his thing, but look at, the House and the Senate, they're just a waste of space. They can't come to grips with the SAVE Act, which is a literal 80-20 bill. It's 80% of the people support it, but we can't get 51 votes in the House to pass the SAVE Act, which basically requires identification to vote or to register to vote, Doesn't even require it to vote, really. It's just the simplest, easiest first step towards some sort of a safety net under the elections. So we don't see these nutty, 15, 20, 30 days of counting and all this other craziness,
Yeah.
And we can't even muster up anything for that. Now we're at war too. And we can talk all about, what's going on in Iran. Now Iran is making all these crazy claims like, for the U.S. to surrender and for the Strait to open up, we must, ban America and Israel from entering the Strait of Hormuz forever. We want to tax everything on it. They're just talking like they're winning this thing. And Trump's not going to fall for that. He's not going to agree to, he's going to come out looking like a fool if he does. So he's got to escalate it again. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people are getting disenfranchised about that. And then you talked before about how a lot of the young kids just don't have the opportunity and they just see, it's a tough world out there. And they think, socialism will fix it, which it never has fixed anything.
No, it only makes it worse, unfortunately. And I keep trying to express this to them and explain it to them, but they don't want to hear it, especially the diehards. Like the diehards who were never even considered being Republican, never even liked Trump for a minute. They are 100% convinced that socialism done correctly will work.
Yeah,
and
yet you ask them where has it been done successfully? And they say, well, that's not a fair question,
Yeah, that's exactly where it goes. They start arguing about all the things that were done to those places, and they never, require the leaders of those places to take any responsibility for it.
And I would agree, because the minute you pick communism or socialism, I say America doesn't deal with you anymore. I'd love to see us have a really strict policy like that, where we just won't really do much business with China because it's too dangerous. They're a communist country, and if they're going to be supplying us with all of our medical, supply chain, all the drugs, everything, all our chips, right? Everything we need to survive as a society on a day-to-day basis, we're getting it all outsourced from China. That's the most dangerous thing you can do.
Yeah.
Because the minute they decide to do it, boom, they shut that off, and we're screwed.
And of course, who do you think's sponsoring a bunch of those communist speakers and talkers and people spreading the message? A lot of that money's coming from China.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and that's just a dangerous thing to give that much power to a communist country that is not our ally. And I'll tell you, they're in a pretty desperate spot right now. They're starting to see their real estate market crumble. They're starting to see a lot of the Trump, sanctions and whatnot taking effect. And they're also having massive floods. I mean, floods on biblical scales that we can't even imagine, that are all over the country. It's not isolated in one region, or there's tons of different areas that are being destroyed. And man, I'm even hearing, rumors now, or whispers about how the Three Rivers Gorges dam is in trouble. It's moving at an accelerated rate. It's starting to, show cracks and whatnot. And if that puppy gives out, you're talking about, I don't know, 500 million people that live underneath its wake.
I'd say it's more than that. I bet you it's 1.5 billion. It's like that whole area. That's like all their farmland, and like 5 of their industrial cities are downstream from that.
Yeah,
like it would wipe out
Beijing.
Yeah, like 100 million people, easy. I didn't mean
100
million.
Yeah. And I didn't really mean 500 million. That was probably too big of a number too. So 100, 200 million live in the wake of that, or downriver from that, in an area that would be flooded 30, 40 feet deep for a week if that thing cracked. I mean, it would be a devastation like the earth has never seen. And, why are we so concerned about it? Because China makes everything cheap, right? They make all their houses, everything. They cut corners everywhere, especially with cement. And that thing's built entirely out of cement, or concrete or whatever. But it's a time bomb waiting to go off. It's not a matter of if it'll crack at some point. It's a matter of when. When is this thing going to pop? Because it will eventually pop. I'm not rooting for that. I don't want to see it happen, but yikes!
Well,
it almost seems inevitable.
There are rumors that they open the floodgates when the water gets too high, when there's too much pressure. They open the floodgates and flood communities on purpose to prevent dams from collapsing. That I don't know how true that is, but again, it's so hard to get real information without going into China yourself. But there is lots of rumors about them just intentionally flooding areas so they don't have to worry about the dam collapsing. Mean, it's communism doesn't. It's why they had to adopt a whole bunch of capitalist ideas to fund their country and dig themselves out of complete poverty. If they wouldn't have, they wouldn't be anywhere near where they are now.
Yeah. And it's a shame. It's sad to see, but it is what it is. Let's see if we can squeak one more article in here. I guess let's talk about Perez Hilton. Oof. Did you see his image that he put up the other day? I mean,
I didn't look at any of the video. I heard about it, but I didn't look at any of it.
Oh, I've seen a few, pictures of him from his live stream. The guy did a live stream. Perez Hilton is a very famous blogger on the left, and he did a show the other night and started cutting himself. And he just on his live stream, he just cut himself like thousands and thousands of times. He was like covered in blood and hospitalized afterwards. And I mean, he's okay, but really, really went off the deep end live in front of everyone. It's wild. I don't know what to make of that. I mean,
mental illness, man. That's what to make of that. That is, I've seen a lot of these guys on the left that are used to be hardcore in the streaming world. That a lot of them are gone really far off the deep end. They're not doing well, and it's I don't know. This is a symptom of our society right now. We're not a very healthy society. And it expresses itself with things like this.
Yeah. And on that note, Doc, where can people find you online so they can see some of your insanity?
You can always stop over on Rumble or Odyssey if you want to check out my video stuff. Of course, you can follow me posting on Minds and X.com. And that's at Doctor420, Doctor with an E, 420. You can just search it if you don't want to go to any of those specific sites. I come up.
So DOCTORE 420, guys, go check them out. You can find me over at minds.com/censorshipsucks. And this has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show for August 9th, 2026. I want to thank each and every one of you out there for listening in. We wouldn't have much of a show without you, so thank you. We appreciate and always, always love our fans. So come back on Wednesday night, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll see you there. Thanks so much for listening.
Great show, guys. Great show. Thanks a lot.
Outstanding.
Thank you, Mark.
All right.
Yes, thank you. You guys have a
job, Doc.
lovely evening, and I appreciate that.
You too.
I'll talk to you guys next Sunday.
All right.
Bye, man.
Sounds good.
I'll see you later, Mark.
Yep. Guys,
have a good night, buddy.
I am going to host us out. So we're going over to Burr Chocolate and help him out with his games. So we'll see you on the other side.